Question number 11 was asked by Jesse the Reader, and he asked, what are 5 things you want to accomplish before you die, basically. It was like a bucket list. So, the top 5 things I would like to accomplish before I die. I would like to visit all 50 states and all 13 Canadian provinces and territories before I die. I'm doing all right so far. Not so much in Canada, but I'm doing all right in the US. I want to attend a music festival like Lollapalooza or Coachella or
Bonnaroo.
South by Southwest or Bonnaroo, anything like that. I would love to attend a music festival. I want to walk El Camino, which is in France and Spain, someday in my life. And then I also would love to go to a FIFA World Cup.
Yeah, we should get on that. Mine are a little less exciting. I would like to cross the Atlantic, which I hopefully will be lined up to do come spring semester. Looking forward to that. Hoping to study abroad. Won't tell you where. Later news on that. I would like to graduate university, which I think I'm also pretty set to do. Mine are really simple. I want to learn.
Really.
I want to learn to sail, and you should help me with that, because I have a boating license and everything, and I know a little bit about sailing. But I want to be like a real sailor,
Like a gung-ho sailor.
Yeah, I wish I could step on a sailboat and be like, I got this, guys. It's cool. I also want to meet Mary Poppins, which I've already done. I'd like to dance with a company, which is always difficult, I think, for any aspiring dancer, but I would love to dance with a company, no matter how weird or crazy they are. So, Leanne Schmidt, if you're out there. And I would also like to get on point. Being on point is really something that you kind of have to study if you take ballet from a very young age, and I would like to
You have to have
that.
strong ankles.
You have to have very strong ankles, and you have to have a lot of willpower and be willing to really screw up your feet.
And to sort of, this is question number 12, which doesn't really apply to Leslie. It was asked to me in particular, but I was asked if I would visit a certain YouTuber in South Germany when I was in Austria. So Julia, yes, of course I will visit you when I'm in Austria. Question number 13, which is back to being for both of us, was asked by Your Ugly Fantasy, who had a number of good questions, actually.
Yeah, very
so
much.
congrats on asking good questions. What Hogwarts houses are you in?
We had some ideas before we joined Pottermore, but Pottermore really solidified where we knew we'd be.
Yes, and that would be Ravenclaw.
Ravenclaw.
We're both in Ravenclaw. For me, it was either going to be Ravenclaw with maybe a leaning towards Gryffindor. And for you, I'd say it was Ravenclaw with a leaning towards Hufflepuff.
Thanks. You know, JKR is a Hufflepuff.
Good for her. Then you two can hang out together.
Yeah, maybe we will, and I'll meet her and you won't.
Whatever. Question number 14 was asked by Your Ugly Fantasy again, and Radiate Love 16. Do you have any advice for aspiring book vloggers?
Yes, we do.
We do, though I want to say that I don't quite feel like we're at the point where we should be giving advice because we haven't been doing this for that long.
We are not even there.
But
so
you guys seem
thanks
to
for
like
thinking
us.
that
You guys seem to like us, so
should.
that's good. First of all, make sure you're passionate. Make sure you're going to have the time to do it.
If you're not impassioned, why?
Because you want to make sure that you're actually willing to make videos. You want to get up and be like, all right, sweet, I have to record a video today, and I actually am excited to record this video. I don't feel like it's a burden.
Yeah.
And our other big thing of advice is to edit your videos.
You want to make sure that you say, all right, I've got to record a video today, and I've got to edit this video today.
Yes, and it doesn't matter what quality
Yeah.
video you have, whether it's HD or regular, but if you can edit a video, it doesn't matter. If you can make your video look good.
It'll be pretty.
All right, question number, oh my god, I skipped 15. That's why we only have...
You're dumb.
I went from 14 to 16 on the list. Question 16, that should really be question 15. RTGR Theta Sigma asked us...
On Twitter. The only one to ask us a question on Twitter.
So congrats to
Thank you.
Props. What is one book, I'm kind of paraphrasing here, but what is one book that one of you liked that the other one didn't like, or vice versa? We haven't actually reviewed any books on this channel that the other one hasn't liked, but there have been books in life in which the other one has...
I mean, there have been books the other one hasn't read, but that's not the same.
No, it has to be ones that the other one didn't particularly like. So the first one, The Things They Carried, I loved that book. I love world... I love war books. This one had to do with the Vietnam War. I really liked it. I think it made Leslie queasy.
I know, it didn't. No, it's not that. I just, everyone in class loved it, and they were like, oh, it's great. Just wasn't really feeling it quite so much. It was good, but I was not digging it. I really liked A Prayer for Owen Meany. So funny, so good. So,
no, it's too weird. I mean,
What?
John Irving, he seems like a good author. I really should read some of his other stuff, but A Prayer for Owen Meany, no, it was just weird.
Oh, great.
Too weird for me to like it.
Oh my gosh, I had such fun with that book.
And then finally, To Kill a Mockingbird. I read this book in 10th grade. It was one of those, like, kind of choose your own books from this huge collection of books, and so I chose To Kill a Mockingbird, and I really, really liked it.
She gave it to me. I tried to get into it.
I still couldn't even finish the book.
I couldn't get past the first 2 chapters.
Which is really bad.
Which is sort of a sin, I know, for all of you classics lovers and big fans of To Kill a Mockingbird, but I'm gonna have to try it again.
You do have to
I'm
give it
gonna have to
another
try
shot.
it again, and even if he kills me, I will get through the whole book.
Question number 17, that should be 16.
You can do that every time.
Yeah. Okay, this is asked by Book Movie Guy and Rachel Taylor, who also had a couple questions pop up on here, so props to you two. What is the best book to movie adaptation? This was a really hard question.
We deliberated for a long time.
Yeah, a long time. We stared at our bookshelf, we looked at the movies that we'd seen, and we came to the conclusion of The Hunger Games. Now, there is no book-to-movie adaptation that is completely perfect. I was thinking more a movie that does a book justice.
Yeah.
And in this case, The Hunger Games definitely does. It keeps the same spirit. It has most of the stuff in there.
Changes the appropriate things that need to be changed to keep that story going. Because it's never going to be perfect.
It's never going to be perfect, but we feel that that one did a really good job.
This was hard for me because the words book to film adaptations really frighten me a lot of the time because I know it's never going to be what I'm looking for, but
yeah.
You have to make some cuts and some adaptations, and this one did a pretty good job.
Question number 18, that should be 17, was asked by Very Bookie, and they asked, what are your top 5 classics? So we did this separately, so you'll actually get 10 books, probably with some layover, but on both. But these are in no particular order.
No particular order.
Jane Eyre, Mrs. Dalloway, Catch-22, To Kill a Mockingbird, and The Great Gatsby.
Ah. Great Gatsby, Jane Eyre, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Great Expectations.
That was a close one. That would have been number 6.
And Catcher in the Rye. I am surprised that you were going to put Great Expectations because no one else liked that book.
I liked it.
It was really good.
It was good. Question number 19, that should be 18. This was asked by Edelwa. I hope I'm saying that right. What was the best book you've ever received from someone? So best book, a gift, I guess, or somebody was like, hey, read this book. My choice was given to me by my uni roommate, Kate, so thanks Kate. She gave me Sarah's Key by Tatiana de Rosnay, and that book, I read it in a 7-hour train ride. It was so good. Another World War II book, and it was fantastic.
I was given this book by one of my coworkers. It's Ender's Game, my Orson Scott card.
She's trying to get me to read it.
Yeah.
I currently have
gave
a
it to
copy
Becca.
of
I gave her Ender's Shadow, which I reviewed. You can watch that review. And
you gave me Ender's Game and Ender's Shadow.
Yep, and I'm now currently trying to work my way through all of the 8 core books in the saga, and it's a slow process, but no, Ender's Game was a very good book, and I'm very glad to have read it.
The final question was also asked by Your Ugly Fantasy, and it was, what do we like best about each other? We saved this one for last
because it was really challenging.
It was really hard. We wanted to end on a good note.
We don't really, if you ever watch the Vlogbrothers, they can't really say I love you to each other except on Esther Day, and we are sort of the same. It's weird for us.
We'll say like I love you like if we're saying goodbye on the phone or something like that.
Yeah, we tend to get on each other's case a lot of the time.
Yeah, we're very like,
as you may have noticed.
Yeah, we're very like snappy to each other a lot of the time, and we'll pick on each other more than we're ever like very complimentary to each other, but we do admit that we miss each other when we're like away at school and whatnot. So after sitting on it for like 5 minutes,
yes, I'd like to know.
So this is kind of like the best thing I could come up with at the time. It's kind of 2 things. It's 2 things. Her ability, like, have you noticed our friendship? We're like really good at giving comebacks to each other. So I said Leslie's ability to come back with like more snarky, hilarious answers to what I have to say, because I do have a lot of, you know, snarky answers, and some people just be like, oh, okay.
You're mean.
But usually Les has something even funnier to say, and then it like just makes us fall on the ground, like laughing in hysterics and whatnot. And also her undying enthusiasm for certain things. I don't usually get that excited about stuff. I feel like you guys see a pretty enthusiastic side of me because I'm talking about books a lot, and that makes me excited. But in terms of everyday life, I feel like I'm not always that like, yeah, this is amazing, this is awesome. Where Les is usually like bounding around like some sort of bunny rabbit.
Flailing.
So I appreciate her ability to show her enthusiasm for things all the time. Even if on occasion it does, you know, make me
It's a little much.
It's a little much. It makes me want to hurt you slightly. But
See?
the majority of the time, yeah. So those are my two things.
Aren't you nice?
I am so
I know
nice.
it was hard for you.
It was really hard for me.
As you may or may not have noticed, I stopped growing up at like age 12. Pretty much. And it's a rare occasion that
There you
you'll
go.
see Rebecca slip into being a small child or immature other than insulting people. And that's what I appreciate the most because I live my life sort of like I'm 12-year-old Leslie, but also almost 20. And Rebecca has this cool, sarcastic and witty and like grown up, and I do whatever I want on my own, and I'm cool, and everything is fine because I'm just super chill. Rebecca makes me feel like I'm a real person. Like I'm not ridiculous and tiny and young next to her. Like we're cool.
Yeah.
And same.
For some reason, our personalities just go well together most of the time.
Yeah.
There is a limit to the amount of time we can spend with each other.
About 10 days at Disney World is the limit.
Is about the limit, but we seem to have found a good balance most of the time.
And we've had our moments where we both want to throttle each other, and people have noticed.
But that's usually what happens with a good friendship. So we appreciate each other.
And clearly you guys think that we work well together for some weird reason.
yes, who was it? Rebecca Riga, who complimented. We had an
we had an
amazing,
amazing
friendship,
friendship.
which is so nice.
Oh.
Well, that is all the questions that we had to answer. 500 beads! Celebratory beads. Thank you guys for your
So
questions.
much.
For watching our videos, for being so nice to us. We hope that you guys stick with us until, you know, we hit 1,000 and beyond.
Thanks for watching. We'll be back soon. We promise. We've got a tag to do, so.
Yeah. See you later.
Bye.